Hi guys, this is Bridget Thompson, all the way from Australia. I'm filming here, the beautiful background, beach just a few streets away, so if you hear waves crashing in the background, don't be too envious. Okay, my topic for this final assignment is based on polycystic ovarian syndrome. I myself was diagnosed with this condition probably over 2 years ago now. And through my own journey with this condition, and I guess my challenge with the diagnosis and then my exploration of healing, I actually became quite passionate and curious about this condition and its expression and the mind-body connection with not just myself but other women as well. So that is why I wanted to choose this for my final assignment and have a discussion on it. Through the training in general with Mark and IPE, I have really explored an aspect of not just myself, but women in general that I perhaps denied or ignored for most of my life, and probably also refused to look at until I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that is in fact femininity and feminine energy and what that means and how it's expressed in us as women or females in the world. I myself had quite a challenging relationship to my femininity. I guess I always felt inadequate as, firstly, a person in the world because I was overweight as a child and I was bullied. But also as a female, I felt incredibly inadequate. I've never felt like I've had the right body. I've had no breasts, boobs, whatever you want to call them. I never had what I considered the right shape. You know, I was overweight as a child, and then I was average as a teenager, and then I was really skinny in my early adulthood, and I thought that that was awesome, and I really aspired to have the leanest physique possible and to be strong and fit, and you know, in a lot of ways looking back, my energy was completely masculine. And this is where I've come to in my research with polycystic, that as far as I have experienced within myself and also have learned through a lot of my women clients, there seems to be a very strong correlation between a woman's acceptance and connection with her femininity and the expression of this condition. I have particularly seen that denial, fear, rejection, shutdown of a woman's femininity is very much associated with the expression of this condition. The degree to which there is fear, rejection, shutdown, denial of a woman's femininity and connection to that is also the degree to which I see the severity of the symptoms expressed in a woman. It's been absolutely intriguing. I've always loved body wisdom. I've always truly believed in the concept of the biology of belief and the expression of our beliefs through our bodies, and as a way of our higher self, our soul, communicating with us, doing that very much through symptom and expression of disease. I've always believed in that, and so I guess it was very confronting for me when I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. I actually wanted to deny it. I wanted to refuse it. My body wouldn't let me. I had all the symptoms: the weight gain, my skin changed, had the acne, the facial hair. Everything. I couldn't deny it, and I felt it. I could feel it in my ovaries. My body was communicating to me. And when I decided to open to that idea within myself, it's so easy to conceptualize that and to externalize that with my clients and my client work. But to do that for myself was just so much more confronting and so much harder for me But at the same time, it was just so beautiful to actually finally make that decision that I wanted to connect with myself, that I wanted to know my body. I wanted to have that beautiful relationship with my physical feminine self, where I felt in tune with my body, where I could feel my cycle, where I had a cycle. Because part of the condition, guys, I didn't have my cycle for 2 years. A lot of that was related to me becoming so lean and so masculine that I wasn't menstruating, of course. I had 7% body fat. And I definitely believe that my desire to have no body fat, my desire to be as strong and physically, aesthetically perfect as possible led to the development of this condition within me. The research I did with these women for the final assignment absolutely supported everything that I've ever theorized about polycystic ovarian syndrome. The conversations I had with the women following the written survey were absolutely profound, and I've been told very healing for the women involved. To hear their stories, to hear about their childhood, how they felt about being a girl as a child, developing into a female adolescent, and then into their early adulthood, as young women. It was incredibly insightful to hear their stories of fear or denial or shutdown or disconnection from the feminine aspect of themselves. For me and for these women, the way we relate to the feminine is, and the feminine energy is, that it's soft, that it's open, that it's vulnerable, that it's nurturing, that it's beautiful. And these women very much felt a disconnect from all of those energies within themselves, or an inadequacy, or a fear. A lot of the fear was around being open and being vulnerable. A lot of the fear was around their emotions and not knowing how to handle their emotions. So that's also something I see with this condition, is a fear of the ups, the downs, the mood swings. Being female, there's a lot of fear around it. In the Western world, we're not taught emotional intelligence. We're not shown how to deal with our feelings, how to express them, that it's okay. As a society, we don't have female mentors or role models showing us how to be boldly, bravely, unapologetically expressive, open, and feminine. I hope to do this in the world, to unapologetically be who I am, to put my heart and soul on the line out in the world, and to very much show that I'm human and that I make mistakes and that I'm not perfect. I think we need more leaders in the world, more women leaders that will stand up and be feminine, that is soft, that is open, that is vulnerable, that's expressive, that's also spontaneous and unpredictable. We're so afraid of that. We're so afraid of being out of control. And I think it will be very healing, not just on an individual level with polycystic ovarian syndrome, but on a very worldwide level with polycystic ovarian syndrome. If it's okay, if people are told it's okay to be open, to be soft, to take a risk, to be vulnerable, and that's actually a beautiful, beautiful strength. I think that women are also sexualized, that the female body is very sexualized by society, and I think that also causes a woman to shut down or disconnect from her femininity because she feels inadequate, that her body, that her physique does not measure up to the societal standards of what is perfect. I have so much more to say about this, but that is essentially the gist of the research that I did and the conclusions that I came to. So I've definitely learnt in my work with Mark and IPE about the feminine, about what it means to be a woman, about embracing the feminine more than anything is the biggest learning and lesson. And I see how that very much intimately relates to the expression of this condition in women, and also gives guide to the healing pathway, the mind-body healing pathway and option for women to explore, rather than the traditional Western medicalized options of metformin, ridiculous dieting, and other medicalized solutions that just are also very masculinized and cause a woman to feel very much to blame for her condition. I think that polycystic ovarian syndrome is a gift. It's been one of the best gifts I could ever be given. It's been the bridge that has connected me to my deepest feminine aspect, has caused me to face my fears and be open, be vulnerable, go the deepest within myself that I could ever have ever gone, to believe in myself, to see my own beauty, to see the beauty of vulnerability in general, to fall in love with women. I can't tell you how much I love women and femininity. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I really want to bring more of it to the world. I want to share what I've learnt as far and wide as possible, because I think that the beauty of the feminine is absolutely breathtaking and ever so healing. I think that by tapping into this unexplored area of femininity and how women with polycystic can heal by connecting to their deepest feminine selves and aspects and essence, how that can also have a follow-on effect for the rest of the world. So that's where I'll finish up. I've loved the process of doing this assignment, and I am going to write a book on it, and I am going to offer a program for people. And the book is going to be called The Gift of Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome and Your Guide to Healing and Happiness. So look out for that one. And Mark, you'll definitely get a massive credit in that book for guiding not only myself but women in the world back home to themselves and allowing them to feel very much that who they are as a woman is one of the most amazing and beautiful things in the world. So I really, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so very much. And I thank you for asking us to do this final assignment, because it has really caused me to connect more consciously with what I'm most passionate about, and to actually make me feel very excited and motivated about sharing that with the rest of the world. So, thank you. I can't wait to see you very, very soon. My first overseas adventure, and I'll be sharing that with you guys in Boulder. So, lots of love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.